Hey guys, it's me again. Back out here at the northern terminus of the Sheltowee Trace Trail. I'm out here with a group of people participating in the 2026 Sheltowee Trace Hiker Challenge. And we are doing the first section, 25 miles from northern terminus down into Morehead. Definitely some winter hiking, something I've never done. But let's keep going. Let's have some fun. Let's see what we can get into. So the Sheltowee Trace Trail is currently 343 miles, and it goes from just north of Morehead down into Rugby, Tennessee. In my opinion, it goes through the prettiest parts of Kentucky. Red River Gorge, Big South Fork, Clifty Wilderness area. Absolutely beautiful. My favorite places to hike. I've been fascinated with this trail ever since I learned about it. And one really cool thing about the trail is the Hiker Association that partners with it. So the Sheltowee Trace Hikers Association has something that they call the Hiker Challenge. It's an organized hike where it's basically scheduled out from January to November, 1 weekend a month. And if you participate all 11 months, by the end, you'll go from end to end, 343 miles, 1 weekend a month for 11 months. And this is the first weekend. And I can't think of a better way to start this challenge than hiking in this winter wonderland. So, winter hiking, not something I've done, but we're doing it today. So, definitely different, still really cool. So this is the first weekend of the Hiker Challenge. And from what I'm told, there are over 60, close to 70 participants in this first weekend, which to me is just wild. That there are 70 people who are wanting to push themselves and wanting to get outside and get on the Sheltowee. To me, that's just awesome. Like I said, the Hiker Association has organized everything. They actually have 2 camping options. One is at Clark Farm, which is just kind of a landmark on this first section. Another one is a couple miles past that, near the swinging bridge. Clark Farm is Clark Park, or Clark Farm is something that's set up by a family that lives right next to the trail. They've got a nice flat pavilion. They've got a covered picnic area. They've got a water source that they let hikers use. So really, it's a great stopping point on this trail. I'm going to be pushing just a little past that to reduce my mileage for tomorrow, but I expect both places to be just packed of hikers, which to me is just really cool. So let's see who's there. Let's keep rolling. Well, we are about 4 miles into the day, and it's going great. Hiking in the snow like this is a first for me, and it's not too bad. I am interested to see how it goes tonight. It's probably mid-30s right now. It's supposed to get down into mid-teens tonight, so it's going to be a cold one, but I think I've got everything I need to make it a good night. But we got quite a few miles in front of us before we have to start worrying about that. one of the things I've been thinking about for the last little bit. Just the hiker mantra of hike your own hike. I don't think I've experienced it really until today. Usually whenever I go hiking, it's either solo or with a friend, but never in a big group like this. This big group has made me realize that you can be out here and you have your own goals and your own pace, but in the end, we're all going to end up in the same spot. Just how we get there is going to be a little different. I've seen people who are nursing an injury or maybe new to this, and they're just taking their time. And I know that in the next few hours, we're going to be at the same camp, around the same campfire, enjoying the evening together. I may have a different pace and different goal, but we're all going to end up at the same point at some time. Pretty cool. Pretty cool to think through. Pretty cool to get to experience it. We're about 6 miles in. A few miles to Clark Farm. We'll take a break there and see who's already got there. Well, the snow's starting to melt. You add that with the reality that there are a few dozen hikers ahead of me. Trail's starting to get pretty soupy. Shoes and socks are wet. It's going to have to be something that I stay on top of whenever I get to camp and do whatever I can to get them to dry out, because it's supposed to get pretty cold tonight. I really don't want them to freeze and be added difficulty for tomorrow. It's reality. Gonna have to deal with it. We'll get through it. We're a little over 9 miles in. Should be coming up to Clark Farm pretty quick. Take a break there, eat a snack, see who's there, hang out for a little bit, and then keep going. Clark Farm's a nice place to take a break, and I'm definitely going to do that. I think I can hear people. We'll be there in just a little bit. May be hard to see through the trees, but that is Clark Farm. Well, I guess technically that's the farm, and this is the pavilion where everybody gets to stay and hang out. A few people down there. We'll be down there in just a minute. All right, we are leaving Clark Farm. Gonna continue on. A couple more miles to camp. Holly Creek. Let's keep going. There's Clark Farm from the other side of the trail. People starting to settle in. A couple more miles to Holly Fork. Let's go.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I haven't entered the white yet. I actually, that's the first time we really did.
This is technically the start of day 2. I really didn't have any type of conclusion or wrap up last night. Guess I was mostly concerned about starting to dry everything out and trying to find a proper place to pitch a tent. But it was a great night. Great spending time around a campfire, hanging out with everybody. Today's the start of day 2. Watch the next video if you want to see that one. Thank you. Let's keep going.